toe-to-toe with Mahomes in a big spot. I don't think anybody's better. I trust them both. I love Josh. 4 years ago, red zone, I didn't trust him. So how has he eliminated those? Is it film study or maturity? You tell me.
I think it's a little bit of both. Maturity plays a huge factor into it. I think the reason he's been in some of those great situations this year, let's not forget, his offensive coordinator, Joe Brady's getting head coaching interviews for a reason and opportunities for a reason.
Yeah.
Career low in interceptions. I think he's got 6.
Yeah.
So you eliminate the sacks. I think they're doing the best they have in his career there with eliminating sacks and least amount of sacks taken. You factor those things in, and it was never a concern, can he make the big play? We know he can do it. Does he have the arm strength? Are you kidding me? He's got all those things in spades. It was, okay, how do we eliminate these negative plays? And that's where they've kind of cracked the code, I think, with this particular team. And roster for roster, I don't know if this is the best roster he's played on, right? Like, he's had some better playmakers at times than he does right now, but these guys seem to gel, just like Mahomes. These guys seem to gel,
Even
and they're going to figure it out. Exactly. So it's like they're leaning on the run game, and it's not, we have to eliminate every single negative play. You can no longer make mistakes. Well, you can't play like that. It's unrealistic, and that's not fair to put a quarterback in a situation like that. So what have they done? They just cut him in half, right? Instead of throwing 12 picks, you throw 6. Awesome. I can win with that because that's about 3 or 4 more touchdowns, a few more field goals, a couple more wins, and everybody's feeling a whole lot better about everything. And that's where he finds himself because of the coordinator, because of the run game, because of his maturity. So many factors go into that, but it's just like Lamar, right? And it's one of the hardest things and maybe one of the most unfair things in sports. But if you don't win this one, nobody's going to care, right? Like, you got to beat the Chiefs on the road in the playoffs. The Chiefs are 3-0 against these guys in the playoffs, right? So it all comes down to today, or this weekend, excuse me.
Yeah. To me, the answer is very simple. It's 100% coaching. It really is 100% coaching, and coordinating. And I've been banging on this drum for so long that the biggest issue that the Buffalo Bills have had is this, revolving door of offensive coordinators. And when you have a defensive head coach, it's like Josh Allen getting a new head coach. And imagine if your quarterback, your team kept getting new head coaches, you would be like, oh my God, there's no stability here. That's what it is for a coordinator, for a quarterback, when you have a defensive head coach. That is the reality. That is the reality. So yeah, he's had some better rosters, but with worse coaching. And coaching is still something that they just still really struggle to grasp the importance of. And notice how the quarterback is like, that's the first thing that he says. He was like, yeah, maturity and stuff like that. But like coaching, there's a reason why Brady's getting, head coaching, interviews. It fundamentally matters. It matters so much. You can have an inferior roster, and if you have better coaching, you're in a great spot to win. You're in a great spot to win. If you have an inferior roster with better coaching and you're going up against another team that has a better roster and not inferior coaching. Coaching matters so much. I think I said that right. I might have not. It's real late. I got to stop making videos so late night. But that's when you get smarter game plans, smarter in-game management, smarter play calling in situational moments. And this is what I always keep saying, like a coordinator, for someone like a Josh Allen, a Mahomes, a Burrow, it's like their number one job is to put these players in positions to succeed. To put them in positions to succeed. Whereas Josh Allen for a long time was constantly put in very difficult situations to succeed. And it was up to him to find a way how to succeed. And we see that again and again and again with defensive head coaches. They're constantly just like, I got a great quarterback. They'll find their way through. It's like this like old school mentality. And you can see that the defensive head coaches or just defensive coaches in general, they're all like, they're all like serious and focused, and they have this like energy about them that it's just all about, just muscling up, hard work, dedication, hit harder, run faster. That's what we do. And offensive coordinators are all kind of like, no, 5 + 5 = 10, and 10 × 2 is 20, and this and that. Like, it's so much more cerebral, so much more mathematical, so much more theoretical. It's just a different energy entirely. And that's who Josh Allen has right now, and that's awesome. And things instantly got better. When he had Dable, it was great. Dable left, things got rough. And then again, you have a coordinator who's fired, who will probably never get a head coaching job anytime soon. And it's like he's supposed to win somehow with that. He's supposed to, even if he's got a better roster, what good is the roster? I could be the offensive coordinator, and you can have a stacked roster. I'm not going to put those guys in a position to succeed at a high enough level. We constantly talk about the players that these quarterbacks, have, or that these teams have. Coaching matters. It matters so much. So much. So to me, the answer is just very obvious, very simple, very straightforward. The way how the Bills played this, against the Ravens, I do not think they would have played in years past. And of course, Josh Allen has also matured. He's also grown up. He's also got better. He's also becoming more experienced. The game is slowing down for him. He's understanding the game in a more multi-layered way. So it's a combination of things, of course. But to me, the answer is obvious. It's the foundational answer to this is coaching. And it's the worst part about having a defensive head coach, because once you get things right, that OC is out the door. And then it's like, then the Bills have to try to find someone else. And then it's like, who's that guy? The Detroit Lions are absolutely going to take a step back, losing Ben Johnson. The Philadelphia Eagles, they took a massive step back when they lost Shane Steichen. Then they took a step forward back when they got Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore's out the door. Back to square one. It's a difficult situation. If you have an all-time special, all-time great quarterback like Josh Allen, it's my viewpoint, you got to find that offensive head coach to match him up with. Or if it's going to be a coordinator, you're like, bro, we're going to pay you like a head coach. We're going to pay you like a head coach. So, yeah, man. But I do agree with also Mark Sanchez, where it's just like, Ravens game is great. Broncos great. Got to beat the Chiefs. It is what it gets all boiled down to. It is. And it's a frustrating thing to be in, because we could be saying that since week 1. Well, it doesn't matter. You got to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. Well, it doesn't matter. That was a great game against the Lions, against the Rams, against the whoever's. That's great. Oh, great regular season win against the Chiefs. Well, you got to do it in the playoffs. So it's a tough spot to be in. I try not to get lost in that too much during the regular season, because I want to enjoy the regular season. And otherwise, it's like, well, then why even watch? But at this point, it is. That's what it gets boiled down to. And it's not even so much beat the Chiefs. It's more like just getting to the Super Bowl, winning the Super Bowl. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen? How do you think this team has evolved? How do you think Josh Allen has evolved? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.